Hello, people of the internet. My name is Ninja Super Squid, and I got a couple of questions for you. 1. Does your DPS suck? 2. Do you want your DPS to be better? Do you want your DPS to be higher than Snoop Dogg was in the 90s? Well, do I have a solution for you? Well, let's look at how you, yes, you the viewer, are probably most likely casting spells in World of Warcraft. Well, there's your problem. You're mashing the keys like a fucking caveman. Look at how long it takes you to move your fingers around each individual key. And that doesn't even talk about how you're going to activate your top row of spells. We need to come up with a more elegant solution. Enter the Corsair Scimitar. Probably, in my opinion, the best mouse for playing World of Warcraft. Or rather, the best style of mouse, because both Logitech and Razer make a mouse similar in style, with the 12 buttons on the side and programmable, and they're each programmable. But since I actually own the Corsair Scimitar, we are actually going to be focusing on that in this video. Now, before we continue, I just want to say that Corsair did not sponsor this video. I wish they did, because, I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, so no YouTube partnership. But I still will make the video for fun. They make great products, and that isn't to say that Logitech and Razer don't make good products. They really do. In fact, my grandpa uses the Logitech 12-button mouse when he plays WoW, so there you go. At the end of the day, a mouse is a mouse. If it does what it's supposed to, it works. The 12 buttons really do help when playing the game, because you go from this to this. I don't think I need to tell you which is the superior method. I think that this option provides a lot more simplicity and a lot more linear control. Another thing a mouse like this allows me to do is to not have to, move my finger across the keyboard. It takes more time instead of just moving your thumb one button over, and that's that. It sounds, 1 to 2 seconds won't make a difference, but it really does. Like, for example, when you interrupt. Alright, so watch this part here coming up, here in a second. Bam! I interrupted him right then and there, because I didn't have to move my hand halfway across the keyboard to get to my interrupt button. My middle finger was already above my mouse wheel, which I have bound to interrupt. And you might have also heard an audio cue there. I'm going to play it again for you, see if you can catch it. That little bell that you heard is an audio cue that I programmed in with Weakauras, that whenever it detects that an enemy that I'm targeting is casting something that can be interrupted, it'll play that sound, and in turn, my brain knows subconsciously that when it hears that sound, it's supposed to hit the middle mouse button, and I've conditionally trained myself to do that without even thinking about it. Whenever I hear that sound, I hit that button, and it works. It really does. It's just one of the few little nuances that helps, and I would strongly recommend doing that, binding your interrupt to your middle mouse button. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I've been trying to record this audio bit for like 10 minutes, but my dog won't shut up, so I'm just going to keep going through it. As I was saying, I would strongly recommend binding your middle mouse button to your interrupt spell. It really helps. And to program a Weakaura to help you know when to interrupt. And you also might notice you're watching the clip, I have those little boxes at the center of my screen with numbers on them. And if you notice, those numbers correspond to spells on my spell bar. Another thing I've done is I've programmed my rotation into Weakauras, such that it knows what spell I need to cast for optimal DPS, and and it'll tell me, oh, hey, you need to cast this spell right here, right now, and it helps. I mean, my DPS goes up dramatically. I've made Weakauras for different classes like Unholy Death Knights, Protection Paladins, Retribution Paladins, Beastmaster Hunters, Marksmanship Hunters, Arcane Mages, Feral Druids, Balanced Druids, and probably some more that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But those Weakauras help an immense amount. It really does help. And having a mouse that allows me to cast each spell when I want to. All my spells are bound to the 12 buttons on my Corsair mouse. I mean, it sounds like it's a simple thing that doesn't sound like it'll help, but it really does. Well, I mean, I can't really, say how much it helps anymore, because the only way you're going to know that is to buy one of these mice for yourself. So, yeah, go ahead and do that. If you want the Weakauras that I'm using, I will leave a link in the description for a wag.io page where the Weakauras are listed. And, yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.